City of Coquitlam in bloom. This is the Coquitlam Park's 5th year in the Grand Parade. We brought out our vehicles, tractors, staff, and volunteers to celebrate our outdoor spaces and Teddy Bear Picnic. Come find us at the picnic so you can take a seat at the tractor. What's going on? And you guys, I know you Cities in Bloom have won some big awards in the past.
Yes, and this is our effort. You can see that this is an array of our equipment that we use to maintain parks every day, driven by staff who are working hard to make your parks beautiful. But they bling them out. The first group is 6 tractors that normally mow the grass, but today they're dressed up as bees, celebrating our pollinator themes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, have fun, you guys. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for everything you do. City of Coquitlam in bloom, everybody. Here they are.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nancy Furness, and this is We've Got Issues. We're filming today at Coquitlam City Centre Library, and we're on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded lands of Coquitlam First Nation. So we thank the Coquitlam people who continue to live on the lands and to protect the lands and the waters and all that lies above and below. Today I'm joined by Sara Yastremski, who is the Coquitlam Park Services Manager. And so thank you so much for joining us today, Sara, and I'm sorry I probably didn't say your last name right.
That's okay, most people don't. Thank you for having me. It's Yastremski. Where to start?
Yeah, well, I think if you could start by telling us a little bit about the Park Spark program. How long have you been in operation, and what's the goal of the program?
Yeah, so the Park Spark program itself has been around since 2014, and it really started as an opportunity to connect people with their outdoor park spaces. Coquitlam is fortunate enough to have a lot of parks and green spaces, so being able to get people out and get people excited about parks is kind of where the Park Spark program started. And over the years, it's kind of grown and developed into more of an opportunity for people to come out and lend their skills, learn new skills, be able to get involved and really take ownership of what's in their own backyards.
Well, I think when you say take ownership, I've seen adopt a park, adopt a different things. Can you talk to us about the program for Adopt a Park and all the other components of it?
Yeah, so the Adopt a Park program was actually one of the first things that fell under the Park Spark program, and it's really about people getting to commit to ensuring the beauty and the cleanliness and the safety of our parks. Stewards are able to donate their time to make sure that they're keeping those parks looking their best throughout the duration of the year.
So how long would you commit for?
We do encourage stewards to take ownership for a year term. So they're able to come out. We ask that they visit the parks regularly and make sure that they're reporting in on any kind of concerns or anything that they come across that we need to get out there and address. We have roughly about 250 active Adopt a Trail Park volunteers right now, and some of those volunteers have been around for 10 plus years and have donated thousands of hours of their time to really take charge and be a part of Coquitlam's park spaces.
Yeah, and I think you say year-round, it's a really good way to sort of get to know your parks, right? Because they change throughout the seasons here.
Exactly, yeah. And it's really low barrier. It's for all ages and abilities. We have a lot of families that are out in our park spaces anyways, so being able to adopt it and really get that extra set of eyes on it is so important. And then we have community groups, a lot of schools that do it as part of their green initiatives. And then we have people that are just very passionate. They walk trails every day, they run on trails, so being Adopt a Trail volunteer goes hand in hand with being out in our parks.
They're out there looking and watching anyways. No, it's some wonderful work going on there. I think another sort of event that's really captured the imaginations of people in the Tri-Cities and well beyond is the lights at Lafarge. Every year people look forward to it, and I know it stays on a little bit after Christmas because it's just so well attended and well loved. Can you tell us a little bit about Lights Around Lafarge and what that is?
Yeah, so Lights at Lafarge is kind of one of the favorite things as part of my job. I've been involved with Lights at Lafarge since the beginning of its creation in 2015, but it really is a community-driven initiative where we have thousands of volunteers that come out and contribute to the lights. So it's unique in the fact that all of these volunteers come out and they're able to create elements to put into the lights. They're able to work with our Park Spark team to install lights and to take them down. And then throughout the 3-month duration of the lights, they're actually able to connect with the community and provide fun and exciting activities that happen throughout the lights. So it's millions of lights around Lafarge Lake.
Wow.
And people come throughout the duration of the lights, and every single little element in there has a story. Everything has been created or developed by park staff, volunteers, and it's just such a wonderful experience when you go there and you hear all the people talking about, I created this, or I was involved in this, and they really get to like take ownership of something so large. It is one of Metro Vancouver's largest free light displays, and they just get a sense of ownership and a sense of pride knowing that they've contributed to it. And my own kids have actually done things for the lights, so when we go and walk around, they try and find what they've created, and they get to show family and stuff. So it really is something that's special and unique to our community.
Well, I know everybody looks forward to it every year. We go out a couple times during the season, and one of the times we went out last year was a Jingle Bells song, and you were trying to break the Guinness World Record. Did you break it?
Yeah, so this year we actually had almost 13,000 people come out during that night to be able to sing Jingle Bells. We broke the world record, and it's all on video. It's amazing, and everybody came together jingling their bells and singing in unison, and just something so small and a song that everybody knows just really brings that like effervescence and that special moment to the lights.
It's true. I there was this really sort of special atmosphere when those lights go on and people are out there, enjoying it and having a good time. So I guess, there's so many things around in that area. There's Inspiration Gardens.
Yes.
So I understand it's being impacted by the Coquitlam Water Main project, which is not something that's outside of the scope of this interview. But can you tell us a little bit about what happens at Inspiration Gardens and what the future holds? Will it be back?
Yeah, so the Inspiration Garden is fully operational. The whole southwest corner of the park is being impacted by that project, but the whole Inspiration Garden still remains open. It started in 2007 as a compost demonstration garden and has since morphed into a teaching garden where people can come for free workshops and share their expertise and learn everything there is to know about gardening and nature. And we do school tours, and we have garden volunteers. We have over 120 volunteers that come in there to get involved in the garden and stuff. So it very much is active. It will be completely open this year for programming and for the community to enjoy. And, we encourage people to come by and get involved.
Right. It's a beautiful, beautiful space there. I think, and that ties into sort of some of the other areas in Coquitlam that you have been involved in with the Communities in Bloom program.
Yes.
I think Coquitlam has won both national and provincial recognition.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit what's involved in the Communities in Bloom program? What are some of the things you do, and how do you go about it?
Yeah, so Communities in Bloom is a friendly competition between municipalities that happen, as you mentioned, both nationally and provincially, and also internationally. And we've won all three.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Coquitlam in Bloom is actually a spin on Communities in Bloom, and it's an opportunity to celebrate all of the achievements that happen across the community. So not just what the city's doing, but also what everybody else is doing. There's so many great things happening in our community, and we're able to highlight all these different things that are happening and put it all into a nice little package for the community to be able to see. So there's everything from, last year we had a Proud to Grow Here contest, so it was an opportunity for the community to nominate their neighbors or put in their own submissions to really recognize their fantastic frontages or beautiful balconies and all of the time and effort that their community puts in to showcase why they're proud. Why are they proud to live in Coquitlam? So it really is a chance to bring everybody together and celebrate all of the things that everybody is doing that really they love living in Coquitlam. They love being a part of what happens in Coquitlam, and so it's a great initiative.
Well, it sounds like it's very inclusive because you're talking about balconies, you're talking about
Yes.
front yards, and so anybody can.
Anybody can participate. There's a business component. There's, you know, if you live in high rise or any kind of floral element, any kind of, it doesn't even need to be floral. Maybe you're really proud of the fact that you have a nicely manicured lawn and stuff, right? It's really what you're proud of, and you get to showcase it to the community and, you know, just get out and meet your neighbors and stuff in some fun activities.
Is that something that will be going on every year?
Yes.
Is it an annual?
We do Coquitlam in Bloom every single year. There are some kind of fun events that happen every single year. The tractor dance is one of them. It is a ballet of sorts with large equipment that happens at Town Center Park. So the community comes out and all of the little kids and their families and everybody gets to watch, you know, these big pieces of equipment dancing around to music. We have a lot of different community groups that come out and they get to talk about all of the things that they're doing in the community as well.
It sounds like a nice community sort of spirit. Who gets to drive the tractors?
All of our park staff are all, you know, the operators of them. Funny fact that I was actually a tractor driver in one of the original tractors.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is a fun and exciting opportunity. And I remember being told about it the first time, and we're going to do a tractor ballet, and you know, you're just kind of like,
What's
but
that?
now every year I'm just like, oh, it's so exciting to do something outside of the norm, but be able to showcase what we do on a regular basis to the community.
It's nice to have that connection
Yes.
with the community, right? You also participate in a parade. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what your entry or what your participation is?
Yeah, so every year there's a teddy bear picnic that happens down at Town Center Park, and as part of that they do what's called the Teddy Bear Parade, and community groups, businesses, and other people are allowed to submit floats for that, and every year we do a communities or Coquitlam in Bloom float. Last year we put a pirate ship on our trailer, and we got to tow that around and have the community groups that we work with on a regular basis come out and dress up as pirates, and it's just a fun atmosphere. It's a way to get the Coquitlam in Bloom spirit up, and people have fun, and we get to really showcase what Coquitlam in Bloom is about, get the messaging out there, and encourage people to get involved.
There was a pirate ship in Lafarge Lake.
There
there
was,
not?
yes. That was actually built by our parks carpenters and parks infrastructure
wow.
team. So they came up with this wacky idea and put it into motion, and now we have a pirate ship that's in Lafarge Lake.
Who knew, right?
Yeah, every year there's new fun and exciting elements. This year we also had a Cinderella coach that was put in there, and so every year there's something new and exciting. So that's why you have to keep coming.
Go back and walk around there, keep walking around
exactly.
there. I'm going to ask you about something that's a personal passion of mine, and it's the Tree Spree program and how you're promoting trees in the urban forest in Coquitlam. What are some of the programs attached to the Tree Spree?
Sure. Tree Spree was a new initiative that we started 2 years ago, and it really was to focus efforts on educating and celebrating the tree canopy we have in Coquitlam. We have amazing trees and natural forests in our Coquitlam area, so being able to celebrate them and really let the community know that we're passionate about trees, and there's so much to learn from our tree canopy and our urban forests, and just get out and celebrate them. In the first year we did commit to planting 10,000 trees, and every year we continue to emphasize the importance of growing our tree canopy and being able to let people know that it is important and we need to pay attention to it. And we've been partnering with the school district to get some education into schools, and also partner with them to plant trees on school property and on the boulevards adjacent to schools. So it really is a focus on, you know, the importance of Coquitlam's trees.
Well, I have to admit, it's really wonderful to see these programs. And you have tree walks where you actually have a guided tree walk. You take people out and they get to learn about the trees in the different parks. Can you tell us just a little bit about which parks and whether those events are coming up or ongoing?
Yeah, so as part of Tree Spree, we have a great urban forestry team, and we have some of our arborists come out and deliver tree walks where they're giving people a little bit of background on kind of some of the unique trees that we have in Coquitlam. We have so many trees, and each one of them is different, each one of them is unique, and they all serve a different purpose. And having the arborists come out and lead these walks and just let people know how special the trees are that we have in our own backyards is so important. We run our tree walks at Como Lake Park, at Mundy Park, and also at Town Center Park. And those tree walks happen twice a month, and they'll be starting up mid-March. So be on the lookout for them.
Just in time for some of those flowering trees
Exactly.
to start.
Yes.
I took the one at Como Lake. I think it was either last year or the year before, and it's really amazing the diversity of trees that are planted out there. That I wouldn't have thought to go for a tree walk around Como Lake, but it was incredible. And the arborists that led the walks were really, really good and knowledgeable as well. So it's worthwhile to get out and do one of those walks.
Yeah,
for sure.
it is, and you'll have a new appreciation every time you go to Como Lake. After that, you'll be able to appreciate those trees and that tree canopy so much more, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The more you know, the more interesting I think it becomes. You had mentioned about planting 10,000 trees. Is that an ongoing program? Will you be doing that again this year, or is that a one-time?
We are continuously trying to get as many trees in the ground as we can. It is important, and we are continually looking to give away trees and educate people. So it is going to be an ongoing program this year. So be on the lookout. There's also lots of workshops we do, whether it's learning how to prune trees properly, or
I'll be watching out for that one.
learning about the understory too, right? There's so many things that trees do, including providing, safety and shelter for our local wildlife as well. So there's so many things that are encompassed in the Tree Spree program.
Absolutely, and I think as we have a rapidly changing climate, so we've had a heat dome, and trees cool our hot urban environment down and help to manage that storm water when we get our atmospheric rivers or whatever they're calling them now. And there's so many things that trees do for our communities. And I know Coquitlam has an urban forest management strategy that they're working on. So there's so much good work going on in Coquitlam right now around trees and tree canopy. And I think this Tree Spree program just complements it. And it, to bring the community together and the awareness on the tree canopy is wonderful. So I just want to thank you so much for all the great work you're doing. And I hope that we can talk again at some point.
Of course, yeah. And I encourage anybody that's interested in any of these programs to reach out to parkspark@coquitlam.ca, or to, we're out in the park spaces every single day. So don't be afraid to stop by and just kind of ask what's next. What are we doing? Because there's always new opportunities that are coming up every single day, and new exciting things happening in our parks. A lot of our programming is free, and if you're interested in volunteering, a lot of the stuff that we do is low or no commitment. So we know that people are busy. We know that people have lots of things going on. So you can pop by and volunteer as much or as little time as you want, and just being able to connect with your park and get some volunteer hours, we accommodate everybody. So, it's really volunteer at your own pace.
Nice to have the flexibility and the opportunities. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. It's been exciting. I love to talk about all of these fun things. And so,
well, we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. We've been speaking this afternoon with Sara Yastremski from the City of Coquitlam.
For those of our viewers who, for whatever reason, were unable to attend last year's events, here's a look at the 2023 Tractor Ballot.
Up.